Bachelor Nation, will you accept this rose? We love you. Love is in the air. It's magic. 'Cause love is on the air. On TV. So love is on the air. Podcast. It's a podcast. Podcast. Love is in the air. It's magic. 'Cause love is on the air. On TV. So love is on the air. A podcast. It's a podcast. Andy, Liv, Sarah, and Glenn. Bachelor Pod. It's the Bachelor Pod. It's a podcast about the Bachelor.
The Bachelor Pod starts now.
There was bouncing, there was humping, there was barfing. It was the Bachelor. Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, 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 pew. Boom, boom. Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Really good. That was really clean.
Guys, we have a special guest this week.
That's right. She can't even wait for her intro.
Oh.
It's okay. Just kidding. It's really fine. It's Maggie.
Maloney.
Maggie Maloney is our guest this week because...
Glenn and Liv are kissing in Mexico.
That is right. They are kissing in Mexico. And other people are kissing in Mexico too. They're on a big trip. We went on the trip last year, but we didn't go this year. Oh, was it 2 years ago?
Yep.
Jeez. Time really flies. Anyways, welcome, Maggie. Thanks for being here.
Thanks. I live downstairs.
Yeah, you live downstairs.
Yeah. Maggie always listens to the podcast, and she's really funny, so we wanted to have her on the podcast.
We often watch The Bachelor with Maggie.
Yeah.
Because she has cable and we don't.
Yeah. But I will probably listen to this one on the subway tomorrow and laugh at my own jokes.
Love it.
Yeah, hey, I do the same thing, except I don't do it on the subway so early in the morning like you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never listened to it.
You've never listened to your own
You haven't?
podcast?
I don't like hearing my own voice.
It sounds nice.
It always sounds deeper than I think my voice actually.
Oh, my voice always sounds higher than I think it is.
You should listen to your own podcast because then you'll know what things to improve upon.
You just tell me.
Hey, all right. That's the way you want to do this. That's
you
no
already
problem.
do all the
Oh
time.
my God. Please don't even.
Although Andy and I, sometimes say if we do like a self-record audition for a voice thing or a video thing, sometimes we have a really good time and I take his notes and everything, and then sometimes we get in fights.
Such a funny comment, Sarah and Maggie. Yeah, here we are off to the start. Off to a good start. Off to the start of this wicked. I was going to say after a good start, but then I was like off to anyways.
We just had a
I'm
pause
pulling a real
there,
Glenn
Andy.
here. This is great.
Andy needed to plug in the computer, so
Yeah,
there's a
so
bit of
we
a
edited
break.
that part out. Maybe I'll just leave that little silence in where you asked us about Young Pope. Maybe we'll just leave that
And I did talk about how rainy it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
And how I hope they get another day off school.
yeah.
in. So
Maggie, tell us a little about yourself.
yeah, please do. Exactly. Let's talk about you a bit.
Oh, well, I teach preschool on Toronto Island, and then today I didn't have to go to work because all the school buses were canceled because of freezing rain. So I've just been in these track pants all day.
Yeah.
It was so great. I watched like 4 hours of the Today Show.
Oh my God.
Because
But what?
Because Pat was still sleeping, and I was like, I don't have to go to work at like 6:30
But you were
in the
up so
morning,
early, yeah.
right? And then I'd already been up for a while, and then I was like, I don't have to work, and he was like, I still need to sleep. And then like 1 hour later, I was like, do you want a big breakfast before you go to work? And he was like, I still need sleep. So then I just like waited for him to wake up until like 9 o'clock. And then I made a big breakfast and I walked him to work.
Oh, that's very nice.
And the dog.
And the dog Chicken.
And the dog Chicken.
Yeah, your dog Chicken. I don't know. I don't think you can't usually hear Chicken on the podcast, right?
No, on Wine Time you could hear.
Yeah, on our Facebook live stream show called Wine Time.
Called Wine Time, where we drink wine and talk about stuff. Today, Andy and I had a little date day.
Yeah, that's right.
Congratulations.
It's been 6 months of our being wed.
Yeah,
as of 2 days ago.
As of 2 days ago, we just did an easy day.
Yeah.
We went to the cat cafe where I fell in love with all the cats and wanted to keep them. And then we went and ate burritos at Big Fat Burrito.
Which is like one of our favorite places to eat.
Yeah, it's the best.
We love going to Chipotle. That's where we always pick to go.
Ah.
Chipotle
I am
is
also married.
Yes, Maggie is married to a
To a comedian.
To a comedian. That's how we first got to know Maggie's through Pat.
That's
He
right.
doesn't watch The Bachelor, but he did come in the room last night while we were watching and show off his Greek yogurt.
Yeah, like really ate Greek yogurt very fancily in front
Yeah.
of
And
us.
then very angrily.
And seemed to not like the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was our night of watching. And just like, I think we got to dive right into this episode because
Oh, yeah.
there are so
Well,
What
I
a
many
actually
huge
do
moments.
have, you know what, if I'm taking the lead on this one, I gotta say there is
Oh.
going to be a bit of business here off the top
Okay.
that I do need to get to, that we need to get to, and that's talking quickly about our Patreon,
Because
which is a new thing we're doing, and we mentioned at the end of last episode, so maybe not everyone sticks around for that. So I wanted to mention to get off the top here.
I heard it.
It's cool. Thanks, Maggie. It's Patreon is a way for you, our listeners, to help us out and support the show directly. We've had some people ask about that in the past, and we've always said, of course, listening is
Number
more
one.
than enough support. That's all we'd ever ask. But people have been asking about it, so we said, why not open up this Patreon? So if you feel like donating on a per episode basis, you can do that through Patreon. It can be as low as $1. That's all.
or
that
as
you
high as
need.
200.
Well, that's pretty high. That's pretty high. But of course, you're more than welcome. But yeah, anyway, so you can go there and you set monthly limits, if you only want to donate $1 per episode. But then if we do an extra episode, you don't want to donate for that one, you can do that. So it's all very customizable, and you can sort of go at your own limit and stop at any time. It's very, very simple, that sort of thing.
And we have a few patrons.
We do. We have some patrons, and it's super flattering and
It's amazing.
amazing.
Anytime as comedians we can get paid at all for what we do, it's a very big deal for me because I just do it because I love it. So if anyone's nice enough to pay me for it at all, it's just such a gleeful moment for me.
Yeah, and exactly. And actually, I wanted to just quickly mention
Are you gonna
the
shout them out?
names. Yeah, I'm going to shout them out big time. But I got to get into our Gmail
It would have been
first.
nice, Andy, if you had signed into this before you brought it up.
Also, it'd be nice if I didn't write the Bachelor pod.
Oh.
That's not our email. You guys can feel free to
What
fill
about
that.
if I just put $1 under your door every time I hear one of your podcasts? Does that count? And
That's
will you
great.
give me a
It's exactly
shout
the
out?
same
I will
thing.
give you a shout out for sure, and I'll put it in a mason jar, and
We'll call it the Maggie Fund.
the Maggie Fund.
And then maybe after a few weeks, many weeks,
Many ways.
Many
you
weeks.
could get a burrito.
Oh, we could get a burrito. That's true. The four of us.
Yeah.
I wanted to quickly shout out Ryan Lewison, Grace Hawkins, and Kara Pauls Johnson. Officially our three biggest fans because they're the ones who are paying us to do this.
It's true.
Oh my goodness.
So we love you guys very much, and we just wanted to say thank you,
Do you know
from the
them?
bottom of our hearts.
We know Kara.
We know Kara in real life. Yeah.
And you don't know two of them?
No, we don't know Grace and Ryan, but they are. We do know them over Twitter and from
Yes.
interacting
Wow.
via email and stuff like that, and,
And
they
Grace
are
is
fantastic.
the one who tweeted out to the world as well.
Exactly, yes.
So thank you very much.
And we've had lots of interactions with Ryan as well. So, yeah, what a great bunch. So if you want to do that, head over to patreon.com/thebachelorpod, and you can do that. But that's
Every time we hit $5, I'm going to pretend to be a bachelor or bachelorette contestant, and I'll do a little 20-second monologue as someone.
oh my god, that's
Worth it.
important. So that only takes $1 more to make Sarah do an impression of one of the Bachelor
Like
contestants.
one of them specifically,
No,
or one
just
you
like a
made
new
up?
one. Like someone give me a name, and I'll do the bit.
Jeff.
Oh, you'll be a new character. Like
Yeah.
you'll do it.
I
Okay,
mean,
okay.
do I want to do it right now? Yeah.
Do you want to do it because Maggie even gave you a name?
Yes, Jeff.
Hey, I missed out on the Bachelorette, so I decided just to stick around and do the Bachelor. I shouldn't be here. I'm a man. But I do hope I get a date. Otherwise, why am I here? I feel like I've been ignored this whole time.
Yeah, Jeff got ignored on the first night.
Yeah, Jeff got
He
ignored.
didn't make it off the first night, and that's probably because he's also a straight male.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nick wasn't so into that. I
No,
feel
he
like.
wants straight female.
He wants straight females. Yeah. Or
So we
bi
think.
females,
Yeah,
as
exactly.
is
Also,
mentioned.
Oh yeah. Wait, maybe Nick likes men. We don't know him.
We don't know.
I feel like we can assume, based on the overwhelming evidence of the people that were chosen for this season,
Right.
I would
that Nick
like-
is a straight male.
But you never know.
You never know.
I think it's about time. I mean, there is a gay bachelor type series
They're
that,
hits.
that they have out there. So I would love one of the actual franchise Bachelor Bachelorette to be a bisexual man or woman, and
Ooh, and every kind.
Because there are shows like what was that Tia? What was her name? What was her
Tia
name?
Carrere.
No,
Tila Tequila.
Tila Tequila.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tila
But
Tequila.
you can't talk about her now. She's
she's
Rough.
gone.
she's very
She's
bad.
gone. Someone did throw poop at her.
No, but like she's like
Yeah, she's very into conspiracy theories at this point.
She Nazi stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Really?
Not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not good.
Well, I'm not promoting her. She was simply on a show that.
Yes, I know.
I think I can state the fact.
Sure,
that
you
she
can,
was
of
on a
course,
show.
at your own risk.
What?
No, you're good. Okay, so let's get into the episode. Let's
Yes.
talk about
what an episode.
this
Whoa.
week 3 of The Bachelor. Of course, we who did we say goodbye to last time? It was Liz. Liz pieced out, and
yeah.
that's where this episode takes off.
Yep.
We get back into the house, and all the women have heard about the fact that Liz and Nick had a previous relationship, and that they had sex, and that's because Nick comes in and just tells them all.
Which is great.
What do you think, guys? Think about that?
Well, I thought it was fine that he said it because Liz already said it in many of her interviews.
Yeah.
It's not like he was like kissing and telling.
What
She'd
did we
already-
think of him saying it, or what?
What do we think of?
No, what do you think of the reactions of the girls and all that sort of
Oh,
stuff
wow.
and everything? The whole
They
thing.
made it seem it was going to be, of course,
They made it seem like it was going to be a much bigger
much
deal.
bigger deal. And then everyone was like, well, I do think, like, I don't know why everyone had so many questions for him about it.
Yeah.
He had sex with a girl
At a wedding.
at a wedding.
When he's single, who cares?
Yeah, it's more like have questions for Liz at the Women Tell All. Don't have questions for him. Like, he just did what lots of humans do.
Yeah, I mean, have questions for Liz is weird, like not wanting to talk to him and then wanting to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was strange. She was acting strange.
But him, I just don't get, like, he said the same thing over and over again to so many people. And then some people were very cool about it.
Some people were very cool about it, and others reacted, I guess you could say, strangely. And I think that one of those people would be Corinne. And I mean, we got to talk about her. She's a big focus of, I think, this season
Yes.
Oh, I hope
going
so.
forward. And
so.
She's in it. She's going to go far.
she's going to go far. That's why I chose her as one of my top 3. Not because I like her.
You're in love with her. No big
Please.
deal.
I like her.
You want to say that into the microphone?
I like
so
her.
people
I
can hear
think I like her. I'm
Yeah.
into her. I'm
you?
into her.
You are.
I am
Why
into
are you
her.
into Corinne? I
Because
mean, not
she-
that you shouldn't be. I'm just
No,
saying.
no, because I think she's really fun and crazy. Like, she's going for it. Whatever. Like, why are you all there if you don't want to F the Bachelor?
It's
Like-
yeah, I watched Entertainment Tonight or something like that.
I guess because you want to marry him.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, some people are there because they just want to F, but that's the wrong reasons, according to the
Yeah.
show.
But
That's
Chris
the right reason
Harrison
sometimes, though.
said that Corinne is his spirit animal, and he wishes everybody could be Corinne because she like just goes for it. And once he said that, I was like, you know, you're right. She is like, she'll say things once in a while about the other ladies, but she's not as mean as some of the villains have been before. But she's just kind of in it for herself.
Yeah, she is really focused on herself. She's not about sabotaging them as much as like one-upping them, right?
Yeah,
That's
like
a-
what
yeah.
was the name of what's her name? The model that like
The mean one.
the really mean one that
Tanya?
no,
No,
from
she's
like
not
a
mean.
while ago.
Oh, from a while ago.
So they did it in the water.
They did it in the water. Courtney.
Courtney. Yeah, and it was
Courtney
something with
was
a C.
very mean to everybody.
Yeah,
and
she
that's
was a mean
what
girl.
ruined them is because he saw her be so mean. And I have seen Corinne say some things, but not as much as like even Tiara.
Terrera.
Tiara, remember
Tequila.
Tiara
Toyota
from
Terrera.
Chris's season?
Yes, of course. Yeah,
Sean
yeah.
season.
Sean season. yeah.
season. She was like not very nice to everybody.
She wasn't nice, and she got booted off.
And I think this fight coming up with Corinne and whoever that girl is,
Taylor.
Taylor
Oh, I
is
can't
simply
wait.
because Taylor's insecure. I don't think it's as much I mean, I'm just spitballing here. Every time I think it's about something, I'm always wrong. So I don't know. But
Well, Taylor is the psychiatrist, right? Or not
She
psychologist.
is?
I can't remember if it's psychiatrist or psychologist. But
I was really surprised when she made it in past the first night because she was the one that was like, isn't she the one that was like, all my friends hate you? And he was
Yeah,
like,
she
oh, great,
was that
thanks a
one.
lot.
oh, that was her, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was her. I'm just looking at it now. She's a mental health counselor. But
Okay,
she was like,
so that's slightly
all my
different.
friends hate you. They were like, don't come on. And he was like, ugh. But then he picked her, and then he keeps picking her. I don't understand. Especially that first night. Like, they're all beautiful.
Why have someone that keeps telling you that they shouldn't like you?
It's called negging.
That's
true.
No, really though,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Like it's
yeah.
I think that might be one of the
You
reasons.
might be right.
You know what? She is the only one that was kind of shitting on him. So that might be attractive. You have all these girls being like doing some weird bit. And she's like, everyone says you suck, but I'm here.
But I still like you, sort of.
I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see.
well-
You better prove it to me.
Yeah, Mel, maybe that is what it is.
I feel like that might be part of it. Although that's fine for a first impression, but like that's got to be wearing thin at this
I also
point.
always say he probably has the 5 or 6 that he really likes, and then he just keeps all the people he finds very attractive around for a while.
Yeah.
I bet he's not going to end up with her. No question. That's for sure. She's gone. She's
Yeah.
gone in a couple weeks.
No, I
guarantee
agree.
it.
I don't think she's got much of a shot at it. But anyways, so after this, after the revelation, everyone reacted, I think, pretty well. Like we said, Corinne went a little nuts. She got a little sexy, and everyone saw them doing that. And did you guys have like a real problem with the way that? Because like they all seem to be really pissed off about that.
About the
Because they saw them on the pillow wearing the
They
trench
didn't
coat.
seem pissed off. That wasn't. They were more pissed off about the
about
jumpy
the
castle.
bouncy cancel, which I also don't
well,
agree
we'll talk
with.
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
with
will.
the
I think it's a combination of the two.
with
and I
the
understand.
whipped cream. I mean, whatever. Like, just go for it. I guess. Like,
Yeah,
you're not there to in the classic reality show line. You're not there to make friends, right?
Yeah,
like,
and she has every right to make that move, but he has every right to be uncomfortable with it.
Which
Yeah.
he was.
Which he was.
Which
Which
he was.
think about it. Even if you were just in like a party with all your friends, and this girl you kind of like was like, lick whipped cream off my boob, and be like, but we're at a party.
Well, but you're not at a party. You're at a party that's centered around you finding one of these women to possibly F.
I understand for him being uncomfortable because that does
marry.
cross a line of being pretty sexual.
Yes, for sure.
So he would probably want to do that, but do it privately.
yeah.
And then, as we all know, right after this, they were interrupted by Jasmine,
Good job, Jasmine.
which was a great job, and I very much think it was very necessary, considering how uncomfortable Nick was.
Yeah.
Corinne went and just crashed hard and just decided to sleep through the rose
Cried.
ceremony.
cried
She
for a
cried
while.
first.
She cried for a bit. Yeah, she did. Yeah, for
Because
sure.
she's wasted constantly.
Is this the? Yeah, I think a lot of people are wasted
Brittany?
constantly
Is there a
on
name
this
Brittany?
season.
Gets drunk all
You're
the time?
saying Brittany's been drunk
Always,
a lot. I think
always.
Alexis is constantly
Yeah.
pissed drunk. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's funny. I like it a lot. So is Corinne like maybe the first person ever to just sleep through a rose
Yeah.
ceremony?
Oh, yeah.
Has
That's
to
the
be.
first time. Yeah,
For
that's the
sure,
first time.
sure,
that's
Like
ever.
there truly are no rules on this show if you're allowed to just not go to the rose ceremonies. Like, what do you mean? What's that all about?
She's a very privileged life
Very
Well,
much so.
obviously.
where she is just allowed to do. And the only thing with this, and we'll get through the rose ceremony, but after, I just wish we had seen Nick really call her on it instead of being like, "How you doing, Sleeping Beauty?"
Yeah, right? Anyone. Chris said that. Nick later was like, oh, slept in a bit, eh? Like, everyone had a good old laugh about it, except the girls who were mad, rightfully so.
Yeah, because they're all wasted, and
But,
they
like-
all have to stand there and watch. Like,
All the men with any sort of power, or the only men on the show, were just like, ha ha ha.
Yeah,
How
but
adorable.
But there's gotta have, because we know that they like film those like all night long, right? Like, I'm sure that somebody has fallen asleep before as they're drinking and drinking and drinking, and it's like 5 a.m. And I'm sure the producers have been like, wake up,
Yeah.
it's time for the rose ceremony. So they probably were like, this girl's like so wild, let's let her sleep and
Yeah.
lay the rose in the bed with her. Because
Yeah.
for sure she
Yeah.
wasn't like, I'm so drunk, I'm gonna pass out. Lay the rose.
Lay the rose here just in case they come in and film me while
Yeah,
I'm sleeping.
exactly.
they're definitely building a narrative with her for sure.
Uh,
They're probably
for
like
sure.
probably see her being tired. Like, hey, there's a nice bed right here. How about you take a nap? Because she fell asleep so many times.
so many times.
I mean, she is a girl after my own heart who loves to sleep. It's me.
That's you, big time.
I love having a good nap. And I if I was always that close to my bed at a party, I'd probably take a couple naps too.
Well, we all know I had to fall asleep at Andy's birthday.
Maggie did
just
that
this
the
Saturday.
other night.
But that was pretty late.
It was late at night.
And it was at your own
But
house.
we did have a rose
We
ceremony,
did have a
and she
rose
wasn't
ceremony.
there
We
for
did
it.
have a rose
Yeah.
ceremony. You didn't show up to it. Okay,
Butler
so
got my rose,
at
probably.
that rose ceremony, we said goodbye to Elizabeth, Haley, and Lacey. No surprises there.
I don't even remember who they are.
No, but remember, one was so beautiful.
Haley, we liked Haley quite a bit. We said how pretty she was.
Looks like Raquel.
But that's two queen birds gone. Haley and Lacey are big birds. Like, we're talking Sesame Street. Like, you know what I mean?
Andy.
No, these were like the biggest of the birds.
They're birds. Beautiful, gorgeous,
Beautiful
exotic
birds.
Peacocks.
The Haley, we liked a bunch. Lacey, I liked Lacey a bit. I thought about picking her as a dark horse, but
I
did
felt
not.
bad for Haley
thing you
because she
didn't.
went
And then
all
Elizabeth, who I forgot existed.
Haley went. I loved Haley's outfit, but she went all out on her outfit. She was basically wearing a robe and a bra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then to get kicked out when you're wearing your robe and your bra dress,
She looked good. She looked
looked
great.
Great.
And I think she looks like a reasonable and cool person.
and
Yeah.
a really cool bird.
Well, you know what? We'll have to try and get that. We'll have to get Queen Bird on our show because she's Canadian.
That's
she
true.
is from Ontario. I remember her saying, but she lives in Vancouver. So
Yeah.
we'll see if we can't hook it in.
Or at least she should hook up with our. Well, not hook up, but like with our Bachelorette, but not hook up, but like.
well, I mean, why can't they
because
hook up?
Because she's dating.
She's
Yeah, I
with
know,
Mike,
I know.
but yeah, because they both live in British Columbia.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they will. Anyways, so after that rose ceremony, we got the next day rolling around. The girls all looked great with their no makeup, and they're all hungover. And then guess who came in, Sarah?
Chris Harrison.
And then who came in after him?
The Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was looking for.
Backstreet. Chris Harrison.
I love that
didn't
you
come
sang
in.
a song about Chris Harrison, though.
But not the Backstreet Boys.
And Chris Harrison didn't come in. It
no,
was
he didn't.
just
It was
Backstreet
just the
Boys.
Backstreet Boys.
It-
yeah.
Oh wait, no, Chris Harrison did come in. He did because he
Whatever.
dropped off the card,
Doesn't
or maybe
matter.
he didn't.
No, he doesn't.
But the
They have a-
Backstreet Boys came in,
They have
and
a PA do that. Are you kidding? Chris Harrison doesn't deliver the cards to them.
sometimes he does.
That is true.
That is
I
sometimes,
was a huge Backstreet Boys fan. Were you Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
Neither.
Neither. I was a
New
huge,
Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block. I was a huge.
Not even really that. I'm sorry.
I was a huge Backstreet Boys fan. BSB. I waited at the Video Flix, which was the video rental store around where I lived, to get tickets. I was there overnight for like 20 hours. I waited in line for Backstreet Boys tickets. I got really great tickets. You know, I made a hand motion at Brian. He made it back to me. It was a huge day for me.
What was the hand motion, Sarah? Why
The
don't you
hang
tell
loose
us about
sign.
that?
You know, Hawaii hang
You
loose.
did the hang 10? You did the hang loose
10,
sign or whatever?
And because
Yeah.
I was like, I can't just wave at him, because if he waves back, I won't necessarily know it's just at me. So I was like, if I do the hang loose sign at Brian and he does it back, and it worked out, and he did.
And he
I
thought you
loved-
were a surfer. and
Sure,
everything
who
was
cares
great.
what he thought? He made eye contact with me, and I lost my mind. We on the way out, we were at a hockey arena, and we were right beside where the team comes out, like that little door slot,
yeah.
and that's where they left. So we all touched Nick's hand, and but we got squished heavily by a bunch of people on top of us, and it was quite scary.
And
But
you and your friend Jenny were there, right?
Jenny and Chrissy,
Oh, and Chrissy
they're
was there.
twin sisters,
And
and
was it? So it was in Ottawa.
yeah, it was in Ottawa, and it was amazing. I've seen many of their concerts, and then I watched the documentary, and I'm very sad that Brian does not sound as good as he used to. And
Why
he
doesn't he?
Something happened with his voice.
That's Sarah's Backstreet Boys corner for you. everyone.
Yeah, I won't have a
That's
gossip corner.
just her
It's
entire
simply
history with the Backstreet Boys.
with the Backstreet Boys. I saw them again in concert, and that's when I was like, I'm not as interested anymore. But I had sticker books, and I would dream about meeting them and being in love with them every night. So,
One more quick question.
yeah,
Which one is your favorite?
Brian for sure was. I don't know who's my favorite now. I think I like AJ now. Howie, no. Howie is
looked like a regular dude.
Howie
Like
looks
Howie looked
the
like
best.
a guy they went into a local like a coffee shop and they're like, "Hey man, you want to come in and be in our group right now?" And he's like, "Well, my kids are in the car, but I guess yeah, I'll come." Like, you know, I've got to get back to the office, but sure.
And
He probably lives a regular life. Like he probably just like walks around wherever and nobody bothers
He
him.
just walks around wherever. That's true, yeah.
whenever I do see them and stuff like this, though, I do lose my mind. And my friend Ann and I are hopefully going to see them in Vegas when I'm in Los Angeles. So I'm getting ready to cry. And I would have gone insane. I saw Kevin do the main part in Chicago, the play, and he didn't even tap dance. So I did.
Isn't that a big part of that?
Oh, it's a huge part. It's it's the impressive part of his part, and he just didn't do it. And then I met him out back.
Well, you're not alone in going nuts.
Yes.
They all really lost their
Who was
minds.
the one
didn't
who
they?
went the craziest though? What's her name again?
I'll tell you. We noticed that. Well, a couple of them went very crazy, but
she
Kristen seemed to go very crazy.
Yeah, Kristen or Christine?
No, it's Kristen.
Kristen was me.
Yeah.
I was like, that is how I would have reacted. She went so crazy, and I can't imagine being in the same room as them.
I couldn't see because you can only see from the back. I think it was Jasmine. Jasmine went pretty nuts for them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been so excited for this, and they did pretty good. What did they all look like?
Right, well-
Kevin looked like a weird magician.
Kevin did look like a reject from The Prestige, which
Yeah,
is pretty.
we just watched The
Which we
Prestige.
just watched last night, which is a very good movie.
Yeah, very good.
Call back to 2006 there.
And
everyone else looked pretty good. Brian looked a bit rough. Brian looked like when Lenny
he looked like a
gets-
bird. He looked like a bird that had been run over.
He did look like a dead bird. You're right.
I think they all looked fine.
Nick looked great.
I thought they all looked fine.
Oh yeah.
Nick looked great. Howie does look the best. He's aged.
I think
the
Nick
best.
looks the best.
Yeah, Nick looks good. He
But that's
looks like
'cause he's
he
the
always
youngest.
looks.
He's the
Yeah, that's
youngest.
true.
Yeah.
AJ, I thought looked pretty good. He's had some rough years.
AJ
and
has definitely had some
and
rough
he hasn't
years. We all
lost
know
his
about-
voice or anything.
No, he's still got it. He's still rocking the voice pretty good.
Brian did like a solo-y type
It didn't
one near
sound
the end,
good.
and it made me really sad.
It sounded good to me. Look, I'm really happy for all the Backstreet Boys that they still have their careers. Keep going, guys.
It's true.
Yeah. Oh, for
They
sure.
have a
Keep
I
going.
don't want
Residency at
anything
Planet
bad
Rolling.
to happen to them or
Whoa.
anyone.
You know what was very interesting?
I don't want it either.
the
I want
last-
his voice to be good again.
The last bit we'll say about the Backstreet Boys. Well, before we really get into the date here, because
they are a part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't just us talking
No,
about
it's
the Backstreet
not.
Boys. For
Sadly, for some people, I bet. But no, is that? Oh, now you made me lose what I was going to say.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, I think you did.
Well, maybe it will come back to you.
Maybe it'll come back.
Totally
When you
forgot what I was
imagine
gonna
them
say.
dancing.
Anyways, let's get right into it here.
Yeah, let's get right into it here. Okay, yeah. Man, that's going to bug me for the rest of the show now that I forgot what I was going to say. Okay,
you can
whatever, never mind. It was just about
I think
Brian looking like an iguana or something. I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, so so they all had to learn the choreography for Backstreet's Back, which if you're... Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. Which, if you're a kid in the 90s, you probably just know parts of that. I know I do, and I didn't
Yeah.
even really like the Backstreet Boys. But what I was going to say was that we found that the age differences in the people was very interesting, right? There were some pretty young women there, 22 and 23-year-olds who were like, not as crazy about the Backstreet Boys, but then some were just as crazy. And then we had 27 and 28-year-olds who were like, oh, yeah, I was into the Backstreet Boys.
I bet it depends on your siblings.
It does. And like my sister's, like I was saying, my sister's 27 and she was pretty into the Backstreet Boys, and she was quite young as well. But I had friends in high school who were also very into the Backstreet Boys. So-
I'm older than all of these women, and I loved them dearly.
Yeah, it definitely runs the gamut. So at any rate, we had them all learning the choreography to Backstreet's Back, and right off the top, I was saying Jasmine's got this down. She's got this
It
challenge
was her competition
in
to
the
lose.
bag.
Yeah,
And,
100%.
I mean, spoiler alert, she did lose it.
Yeah, I
she
can't
didn't
believe
take
it.
But Danielle L did a very good job. Also, I did notice her good dancing.
I think she let loose a little more, which was also what they were looking
Yes.
for.
Because
Yeah,
they were also looking for chemistry,
Yes.
right?
And
Exactly.
I bet, yeah, exactly, yeah. I bet Jasmine was very caught up in teaching all the girls how to do it, which it looked like during
Which was super helpful.
which was very helpful and very nice of her, but like maybe she focused a bit too much on that. I don't know. That's
And Little Miss Princess ran out of the room
Yeah.
because she couldn't handle it because Nanny wasn't there to do her dance moves for her.
cut up her cucumbers and feed it to her while she was dancing.
She didn't wake her up. She didn't get her coffee.
No. Corinne was very unhappy, and as she mentioned later to Nick, she wasn't a fan of planned dancing,
Yeah.
also known as choreography.
She's like, what's the word for it? What's it called?
Yeah.
He's like, choreography.
Choreography is hard, though, for real.
It is hard.
It's
Yep.
super
It is
hard.
really hard.
It is.
But when you're
It's really
in,
hard.
the people who always do best are the people who are the best sports.
And who just-
Exactly,
exactly.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm very bad at choreography,
But you'll go
or
hard.
planned dancing. But I will. I just did planned dancing with a friend last Friday, and I was the worst of the group.
But
and
did you
that-
have fun?
I had a great time.
Yeah.
I did my best.
Planned dancing is fun. Because when you do it, when you actually nail, and you might not even nail all of it. Like every time I've had to do planned dancing, I haven't nailed it. But the parts that you do nail, you feel so
Yeah.
good about them, right?
And
Like,
actually
you feel like you're really good at it.
planning the dancing,
Yeah, the
like
plan-
actually doing the planning is very fun.
Very fun.
I have a show called Dance with the Comedians where everyone has to plan their own dances and do planned dancing. And and Nessa and I are the hosts, and we do it every time. And we always think we're going to look so good. And we always watch some planned dancing and try to replicate it. We certainly can't. And we look like, say if it was like, I don't know, a beautiful fish swimming through the water, we look like someone spit in the water and they're split floating by.
Like a monkey
you're
drowning or
nice.
something?
Yeah, like you got to see us trying, man. But it's so fun.
No,
and people love the show because people have put this effort forward and people always do better. She ran out of the room. I was just like,
she
those are
literally
the
ran
moments
out of
where
the
I
room.
really don't like her. Like, I
Yeah,
don't care.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Mhm.
It's not the moments when she's like really going at him because you go, girl. It's when she's like, I can't do this.
Well, no one likes a sucky baby.
Yeah, no one likes a sucky baby. And I wish you would see these moments more.
Yeah, and of course, after the training, after the planned dancing, learning or whatever, I don't know whatever you call it.
Choreography is what you call
Yeah, sure, whatever.
it. So like Korean.
They actually went on stage and performed with the Backstreet Boys.
In chokers.
Yeah.
Each one got a new choker.
New
Different
choker.
choker too.
No.
They all had different. Some were bigger and some were smaller.
Well, I cannot confirm or deny that. But anyways, it was Danielle L who took the challenge. She was named by not how AJ. AJ was the spokesman for the band, and he named Danielle L the winner. And she got to dance on stage with Nick. And was it strange or awkward? Sort
Sure.
of.
Always,
Definitely. What a thing to watch. What a thing as a concert goer
Yeah.
to see these two people you don't know
Yeah.
that don't know each other do a slow dance.
It's a
And
classic.
kiss a lot.
yeah.
And he touched her about a lot. It's a classic bachelorette thing when they're like, oh, and you get your own concert, even though there are still other people there. They're just on like a little platform in the middle, watching a band and like being all into it. I did tell Andy if I were the girls on this date, I would have been way more into trying to impress the Backstreet Boys than anywhere. I wouldn't even notice Nick was there. I promise you, I would have been kicked off after this. And I would have been proud to have been kicked off because
And-
the Backstreet
yeah.
Boys were there and I couldn't handle
You were saying like all the stuff you would have been asking them and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like really delving deep into their lives.
Well, I saw someone dancing beside Brian at the show. I forget who it was.
It was Jasmine.
It was Jasmine. I was like so actually jealous.
Yeah. So that Danielle L won. Corinne wasn't too happy with that. Then we get to the part of the date where it's after the concert. Everyone's sitting around. Corinne has another nap. Like in the middle of their interview. It's very bizarre. And then she revealed to everyone that she has a nanny.
Yeah.
Really
And-
That was the
boldly though.
best.
Yeah.
That
I
was
liked the way she said it.
Yeah.
Like she has no shame. She's just like, you know.
And her last line was like, "You don't want to ruin a woman's happiness" or something like that.
Did Jasmine say that? Yeah.
No, Corinne said that.
Yeah, Corinne said
Oh,
that.
oh.
She was like, doing stuff for me makes her happy. Who am I to ruin a woman's happiness?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
The other women were straight up appalled.
I know, like I love the way that Corinne told us about it, but I love Jasmine's reaction, like a true like triple take, like
Yeah.
what?
Like she just like stopped in mid.
Well,
like
imagine you like were. I was gonna say a friend, but they're not really friends yet. But like you're like a coworker,
Yeah.
and then you find out this adult coworker, this peer, has like they just like so cash reveal that they have a babysitter still.
Yeah. And the
someone who
question
needs to look after you all the time
And I
to
think
make
it-
you food.
I think it was Jasmine who was like, "Wait, you have a nanny?"
Yeah, and she's like, "Do you?"
The nanny's for you?
Yeah, and it's like it's your nanny. Like you have children. She's like, "No." Like that's something I love.
I'm the kid.
All of
She
all
cuts
of
up my
Corinne's
cucumber and my
answers were
vegetables
so
that I
good.
eat at lunch.
She makes me cheese pasta.
And
My
I-
lemon salad.
And she knows just how much lemon and just how much oil I like with my salad.
We do have to quickly talk about cheese pasta because this was a big thing on Twitter. Everyone's like, "What is cheese pasta? What is Corinne talking about?" Okay, what do you guys think Corinne means when she says cheese pasta?
I'm gonna tell you what I hope it is.
Okay,
is,
Sarah, go. You tell us what you.
We call it Kraft dinner. You call it mac and cheese. I hope it's just the stuff in the Kraft box, and she just doesn't know how to make it.
Oh, you know what? So that's what I first thought. I first thought it was Kraft dinner, but then I thought, is it like just some like shredded cheese on top of pasta with butter because that is good.
That is really good.
See? So you're saying boxed mac and cheese.
No, that's what I'm hoping it is. What I
What do
thought
you
it
think
was
it
something
is?
like that. I thought it was like basically butter with like Parmesan cheese on it. That was what I saw. I saw parm and some salt.
See, that's what I think it is. Although the last poll I saw, which was by some
The
Bachelor
last
fan.
poll, you saw multiple polls on the subject.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I really did. I'm not kidding. The last one I saw, which was a bigger one by was some Twitter account. I can't remember which one right now, but had mac and cheese way in the lead, and that's what people call
Kraft dinner.
Kraft dinner in
dinner.
the States. So I do.
I hope
think
it's that because that is so funny because that is the easiest thing to make.
cheese pasta.
I mean, I've blown it with mac and cheese.
See,
with Kraft dinner when I was a kid.
the fact that-
when I was a kid.
When
I
you're
would
a kid,
think
but
Corinne-
she is still a kid.
Exactly.
I think Corinne would also call it mac and cheese, though.
Yeah, because it is mac and cheese.
I
No one
feel-
calls that cheese pasta. People know what
Yeah.
mac and cheese is.
And you know what? It might be a very good pasta with meat in it as well, but she's a bit of a simpler person, and
I bet
maybe
she's
she
like,
just
don't put onions and meat in it.
just
Yeah.
make it, or
Just put cheese.
or there
Can I
is,
just
and
have
she just calls it
naked-
cheese pasta. It could be like something bolognese or something. She's
That's
like cheese
true.
pasta.
Yeah. So after this, I do think it is just cheese. Well, it's like naked noodles with Parmesan cheese on it because
some butter.
that's what Corinne is as a food. She is just naked pasta with a bit of cheese.
Well, that's good though.
That's good.
Hey, listen, I'm
you
not
like
saying-
it's good. It's not good for you. There's no
There you go.
nutrients,
That's it,
but
yep.
everybody likes it.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, so after this,
It's definitely what she is for the show. She's so good for the show, but no one really likes her. But I wouldn't want her not to be on the show.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope she goes right till the end because let's just have this enjoyment. And you know what? You forget that sometimes Nick was a dick, and now he's just getting what he was.
I don't forget.
no one forgets. I think we're good.
No, I like him more than I did before, so
We
I
all
do
do,
kind of
but-
forget.
This brings us to the first one-on-one date of the episode, which was with Vanessa, and was in the classic and like well-known zero gravity airliner, also known as the Vomit Comet, and it became the Vomit Comet for these two.
Oh my God. What a laugh riot. We
We
were howling with laughter.
It was-
We were screaming.
Yeah.
It was so funny. It was so okay. Sure, we'll get through the beginning. They had some fun. They rolled around. They kissed in space.
That looked
And
super fun.
super fun, super romantic.
And then I did wonder, but I have since looked it up, because then I thought that NASA did an experiment where they sent a married couple up to space.
Oh, yeah, okay.
yeah.
So you were wondering if they're the first
I-
people to ever kiss in this. Is
I
that-
was wondering
that's what
if
sparked
I
it, wasn't
wondered
it?
if people had ever done it in space, and then
Okay. Well, first of all, listen, the Vomit Comet doesn't go to space.
I
right?
know, but it's like
No.
doing zero gravity.
Yeah, it-
for-
having sex,
Yeah.
bumping,
in zero gravity.
bumping
In
no
zero
nos.
So then I did look it up. So because I thought I thought they set up a married couple. They did,
Mm-hmm.
but like because they had just got married before they went on their mission, like NASA actually for a long time didn't want to send up people who were in relationships because they thought it would make things too weird.
Yeah.
But anyways, whatever. These two astronauts got married. Did they have sex on the I was gonna say airplane? Did they have sex on the spaceship? Probably, but NASA does not do research about it.
Really?
No, because they're not space pervs like I guess I am.
I feel like they would do. They sent a monkey up there. Like you think they want to want to find out about everything
So
in space?
they sent a monkey up there. You'd think they want to know if people are fucking up there.
No, but like
and what it's like.
You want to know about every part of him. That's part of
No,
finding
I guess,
stuff
but
out.
it's not really. I guess necessary. I guess if like I don't know, maybe if like we go really, really far and we want to like keep the population going while we're traveling to another planet, we would need to know. But I don't know. But then
Does
also, there's
sperm
not a
float
lot
around
of
the
privacy on a spaceship. But anyway, did those married people do it? It was their honeymoon, probably.
Yeah,
But
they had
like
sex.
NASA didn't. Maybe they have secret research. Anyway,
Maybe
they
have
didn't.
secret sex research.
But they did it. It's not just easy
Public
for me
knowledge.
to Google.
Use for what?
I was going to say YouTube, but Anyway.
It's not easy for me to... There's no porn from the spaceship of these couple having sex.
These scientists.
They're allowed to bring up a couple dirty mags up there. Come on.
Anyways, I want to get to the funniest part.
Yes, the funniest part,
When-
of course. We all know
my
this.
She
God.
puked,
She
but
barfs.
it's not even that she barfs. That's very funny. Trust me. We were
Everyone loves
already
it.
like, oh,
Vomiting
he's gonna-
is very funny.
very funny. But he got so close to her.
Got right in there.
Got right into her, watching her. Like he was,
Wild barfing. Like, not after, not before, during the barfing.
and the first time, the second time he was kind of beside her, holding her back. But the first time he was like a little kid looking at someone barfing, like they'd never seen it before.
That's exactly what
And he was like, "Oh, what's this? What? I think
Ooh, it smells weird.
it smells weird. Is that the food that you ate earlier coming out of your mouth?"
Are you okay?
No, he loved it though.
Yeah,
he was
it
like
was
smiling.
strange.
I think he has a barf fetish. I think
Wow.
he is.
Maybe that's why he wanted to do this.
Yeah, because he's like,
Can we
"Do
go
you
from
think
that vomit comment
one
thing?
of them's gonna barf?
What is that? Someone's gonna barf if we do that, aren't they? If I do or she does, I don't care. I'm happy either way.
I bet.
Yeah, he
I-
loves barf.
I bet he rides the Gravitron all the time.
Yeah.
The
Oh my God.
Gravitron is a ride. I guess it's in the States. I don't know if it's called the Gravitron, where it goes. It's this big circular thing, goes around really fast. You're in like a circular
think
room.
the
and you just
Gravitron
stick
is-
to the sides. I've never been on one because I would throw up.
Oh no, it's very fun.
It's very fun.
I
You're
don't
inside
want
the room. You don't get disoriented. You don't even feel dizzy.
I've heard of
and then you
many
can go
pukes.
and then you go upside down, and then you like try to sit.
You ever seen a person stand up and walk around it when it's like
It's
that?
so
It's very
hard.
cool.
I'd hate it.
I've seen a video of it. I've never
I'd
seen
for
a real
sure
person
get
do it.
sick.
Anyways,
Link it to the website.
yeah, we'll link you a video of a guy barfing on the Gravitron. Is that what we'll do?
No.
Anyways,
walking.
he was so into it, and then she started barfing again. He got right back. Like
Right
he did
back
get a
up
little bit
in
away.
there.
Got right back up in there, and then he kissed her barf mouth.
Like,
so
directly
much,
after.
so much.
I think he licked it. I think they tongued.
That's disgusting.
He loved it. He was.
Oh.
It was.
See,
it was
here's the thing.
wild.
There
It
was-
was like a turning point. He was like, "She's okay." Then she barfed. He was like, "I love her. I'm gonna cry during dinner."
He decided then and there. This girl vomited. I will cry during the dinner. There was a quick cut. I feel like she might have had a chance to wash her mouth out.
She had gum. No, she had just had gum because she was chewing gum because she was still sitting there like, ugh.
Yeah,
Oh my
they didn't
God.
have like a quick toothbrush station.
So yeah, then I guess then what? They went out to dinner. They talked about family. Apparently, Vanessa made him feel less terrified and very optimistic,
I feel like,
and he cried.
yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like she's the type of woman that could have the upper hand. You know, there's always
Well,
one
as
Yeah.
we saw
contestant.
later
Yeah.
on, as we saw later on,
Yeah.
she is, but because she seems to me at this point, except for the fact that she's on The Bachelor, like a
Always sad
really,
moment for anyone.
really intelligent,
Yes.
like elegant, put together woman.
She will be the
How old
Bachelorette.
is she?
She will be the Bachelorette. I think she's like 27 or 28 or
God,
something.
like she feels like old.
No, I
grown
think-
up
If
than
she
me.
doesn't win, she will be the Bachelorette. I guarantee it.
You think so? Hey,
Yes. She'll
I
either
don't
win
know.
or be the Bachelorette.
I don't.
I don't know. She's very serious. Maybe
Yeah.
people won't like that.
People love her.
They do.
People do love her,
They
and
love
people
her.
loved this dinner. Especially, they thought this was like a real slam dunk for Vanessa, putting her in the front runner position. Vanessa's 29, by the way.
Yeah.
Love it.
And I still think she's too sophisticated for him.
That's why I think she would be the Bachelorette.
Sure.
Maybe she'll be the Bachelorette Canada.
If they don't pick her for the States, they
Then-
definitely should pick her
Because she
for
is from
Canada.
Montreal, and you could hear a little bit. Did you feel like she had
She-
like a
she
bit of
has-
a French Canadian accent sometimes? Do you think she's a French speaker?
She is definitely a French speaker. She it showed her in the intro video. She also speaks like Italian and German or something like that. Like she speaks all these different languages.
And I follow her on Instagram, and I think she's very pretty.
You say
I'm very
love her.
attracted. I'm
You're
very,
very attracted to Vanessa.
She is my JoJo of this season.
She looks like Penelope Cruz. You're not wrong
She
about that.
looks like Penelope Cruz. I think I'm more into her than I was into JoJo. Like she is just,
Not me.
she's just so gorgeous. She's just like, I don't know. She looks different. She looks so natural.
So
She
do
looks-
you think she's on the top of the power rankings if you were to do it? Do you think Vanessa
Right
in
now-
this moment jumped up in the first spot?
I think in the like, I don't know how to explain it. In the emotional way, yes. In the sexual way, not yet.
Right.
'Cause
Corinne still has the
Corinne's
sexual
tops.
hold,
100%. But
but dropped a bit.
in the
from-
emotional and intellectual, Like in all the other ways, she is the top for sure. Who does he go to and like check in with at that pool party? Her. That's the only conversation we see. Who did he not talk to? That blonde from last week. What's her name?
What's
I don't
her name?
know.
Who are you talking about again?
She was like, I haven't seen him all week.
Oh yeah. But who was that?
Danielle M.
Yes,
Danielle
the nerd.
Maloney.
is in a music video.
The
We find
neonatal
out.
nurse, who we found out is in a country music video.
So everyone's an actress, whatever. It's very disappointing.
Yeah, we found that out on Twitter. I'll mention the person's name in a bit when I look it up. But let's move on in the episode. We had, after that, one-on-one date was done. Vanessa got the rose. Great time.
Avi.
Everyone had a laugh.
He cried. Everybody cried.
Then we get into the athletic portion, which Brittany was super excited
And
about.
she was
although you
drunk
wouldn't,
there. She was drunk at that just like little party they had.
You wouldn't know why because she barely did anything on the actual date. But they all had to run around and do track and field, and they were there with who was it? Carl Lewis, Allison Phoenix, and Michelle Carter.
Sorry that you guys had to do that, guys.
Yeah, right.
Like what?
Why?
And also, like, yeah, Danielle, whatever. What was her name? No, what's her name?
Michelle,
No,
the Olympian.
No, the boobs. The boobs.
Oh, that was Astrid. Yes.
Astrid. Let them know that they'll be very physical because she honestly was like, I would have worn something
A bra.
because that's just bad for her. That's not comfortable.
Oh yes.
And just tell them like you will be doing very physical activity. That's an easy. It's an easy.
But
thing
maybe
to
they
say.
liked it because they were like,
Her boobs are gonna bounce around real good.
I get it, but it's just so unfair.
it would hurt.
You would hurt.
too.
Well, I
mean,
I'm very
it
small
didn't-
chested, but I can imagine.
It didn't make a negative effect because actually
That's
Astrid
true.
didn't end up winning.
Maybe
and
gave her
she,
speed.
She jumped in that hot tub with all of her dirty old clothes on.
I
Yeah,
guess
but that's it. But it didn't give her speed because she was really
She
third.
actually was
She-
third,
It
yeah.
was like a fluke.
But maybe
it was
gave her a
Alexis
good
and
time.
Rachel that were actually the two best athletes, and Astrid pulling up the rear in that race, but only because Rachel couldn't grab onto a friggin' plastic
Enormous ring.
huge ring at the end of the finish line.
That was very good.
I
slow
think
motion.
I get what they were trying to do. They probably want to create some drama to try and get it at the end. But, like, come on, man. Just give it to the person who wins the damn race. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
But
pretty,
then when that ring smashed, it was good.
But it smashed, and then Astrid was about to pick it up, and then they had this amazing slow motion moment where then Rachel goes to step on it to, like, make it so that Astrid can't get it, which is, like, very aggressive.
Is
and,
that
like,
what she was doing?
Yeah, she stepped on it. and
I know
it's-
she
and
stepped on it, but I thought maybe
exploded.
she like tried. I don't know.
No, she definitely did the thing like if you drop a quarter on the ground and someone tries to pick it up before you and you step on it
Is
to
that what
cover it
you're
up.
doing?
Definitely. That's a go-to move. Come on. What are you talking about? If someone's trying to pick up your dollar you dropped, you step on that so that they can't get it.
But then you might step on the finger.
That's exactly what I was saying. That's why it's so aggressive is because like you could have crunched Astrid's fingers pretty hard. Turns out she just crunched the shitty plastic ring that they got
I
from
thought it
the
was
dollar
glass for
store.
sure, but anyway,
You thought it was what?
glass.
Oh, I thought you said I thought it was nice.
Had to be one of those
I thought it
big-
was nice for
I thought it was
sure.
very nice. And I thought it was real.
Anyways, then she jumped in with all her clothes on.
But then I love that like Astrid like just assumed that by taking the largest chunk that was on the ground that she had won. So she's like, well, I got the biggest chunk still, so I win, I guess. And then didn't even like look around to be like, did I win? Did I win? No. Took that big old chunk and then jumped in the hot tub.
Well, that's
you gotta
how you
do.
win. That's exactly.
I agree.
That's what you gotta
and
Good
you
for
know,
her.
you know how you don't win is being a bad sport, which what's her name was being
Dominique.
Dominique.
Dominique had a
She
rough
did
time
try,
there.
but she was getting a little sulky, and I do understand it. Sure, one time when I was playing basketball and it hit me in the face, did I cry and quit the team? Yes.
What?
Yeah.
You're how old?
I was, I don't know, like 14, but you know when it hits you in the nose and you
Yes.
just cry, and I got so embarrassed, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just not going to be on this team anymore because that was really
Well,
embarrassing.
One time I was taking judo, and then during a match, someone lifted up my shirt, and I was 10, no boobs yet, and then but like no undershirt, no bra either, but like I had like the shame of boobs, even though I didn't have
Yeah.
boobs yet, and then I was so and like he didn't do it on like to. But it just happened, and then I locked myself in the bathroom downstairs, and I refused to come out until my mom like came there to get me and agreed that I would never have to come back.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was in a
mean, that's a traumatizing event.
Yeah,
really.
exactly. Also, I was 10.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I was like 14. But it was really embarrassing because the coach was also being really mean to me, and it was just this like intramural. It was nothing, and I was just like, "Ooh, I'm out. This isn't fun."
Sports can be really aggressive.
Yeah, and You know what?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what. Another person who didn't have a great time, and that's our girl Dominique, because she was upset the whole time, and then once the actual like games part of it was over, she confronted Nick, and
which was great.
Which was
I'm glad she did that.
Which was
She
fine.
was getting like I understand also.
She
on
got
the
a
other
little
side,
worked up about it. Like
No.
there's, I think so. I do think she
Here's
got a
the
little
thing.
worked up.
Everybody else is getting this cool vibe from him, and he wasn't even looking at her. She said,
This was their first date,
Yeah.
right? So someone's first date's going to be now, and it's unfortunate, but I think you do have to try to make the best of it as opposed to being lying around and then like really make them like feel weird about it at the end. It's like, well, but the reality is she probably felt like she was going to go home and just wanted to say something about it. And in that case, yeah, I don't mind that she did it actually. But then Nick was like, yeah, well, our relationship isn't as far along as the others, so I'm going to let you go. And it's like, well, this was the first time you'd ever talked to her. So yeah, I guess both of you are correct to do the things you did. I think.
Well, I think every year this happens to a few of the contestants that they know what they're getting into, but then they don't really know how they're going, because this is not an ordinary situation that you put yourself in. And maybe you think like, yeah, I think I could just have fun and see what happens and go on the journey. But then like you like are like, oh no, like now I'm in this weird situation and it makes me feel
Makes
like
you feel
shitty
like shit,
about
yeah.
yourself, because like you're only there to attract the attention of one person and they're not paying attention to you. How would that make you feel, especially as a very beautiful woman who I'm sure has, never had this problem before, like it would, and also whatever for anybody, it would make you feel shitty.
I would be a mess.
I would be a
There's
mess.
no way I could do this show.
I think
There's
it's because
also no way I would. I
They
wouldn't
shouldn't.
sign up for
They
it.
shouldn't have it that some people are left off group dates in the first couple episodes.
No.
Like, what's the point of that?
What
Drama.
What a mind.
Why? I get that it's drama, and I guess it works. I mean, we got a
Yeah.
little bit of drama here from Dominique, but like, yeah, I mean, I guess that's
I feel
why.
like at this point
Yeah.
it's an equation and they know exactly.
Yeah,
how to
no,
do it.
I know they do, but it's really not fair. is
It's
the
not
thing.
nice. It's not
really not
nice.
fair, and I guess you know what? It doesn't have to be fair. It just has to be entertaining TV. Yeah. So after that, all that stuff with Dominique, she said peace, and we had Nick.
Who got the rose?
He gave it to. Wait, there was no rose here.
There wasn't?
There was
Oh,
a
No,
rose.
someone had a rose.
Doesn't say here. Oh, I gave the group date rose to Rachel. Yeah, sorry, Rachel ended up getting it because they had that very good talk.
She's beautiful.
And they made out while Dominique was watching them.
Yeah, and she's the one who actually won the race.
Exactly.
So I
she
was
did.
very
you know
happy.
What? That's a great move. Yeah. So then Nick cancels the cocktail party, but it's so that he
So
can
he can
have
see
a
everyone
pool
naked.
party.
Yeah, exactly.
He cancels it so he can see all of their breasts and butts before he actually decides who he wants to kick off.
And this is the moment very soon after he arrived at the pool party that we saw in the previews
Yes.
of Jasmine aggressively kissing him.
And they made that seem like a bigger deal.
They
and
made that
everyone
seem
was
like
like,
a much bigger deal, but it
oh,
was
Jasmine.
just a bit of a laugh.
Yeah,
really,
a
in
bit of a
reality.
laugh.
But why is that okay and why is Corinne's not? Because she was rubbing her privates
Because
on
I
his
think it was
privates?
silly or
Because I was in front of everybody, but then
Yes.
Corinne's was like,
private.
I got this.
Here's the thing. Okay, so let's get into it right away because obviously we know that Corinne, everyone's having their time with Nick. Everyone seems to be having a good time. It's a pool party. Everyone's taking him one-on-one, blah, blah, blah. And then Corinne is like, not there most of the time. I guess she was blowing up that air castle or whatever. Then all of a sudden she shows up. She's like, here, I got something for you. And then it's like, let's jump around this because she's a child. So of course this is what she thinks
Yeah.
of.
Also, who wouldn't like that?
I mean, it's very fun.
I don't think she thought of it. I think the producers
well,
she might
you know
have been
what?
the first one to see it.
You know what? I feel like she probably did think of it and was like, hey, can we get this going? And then they were like, sure. My dad gets this for me every birthday. You know what I mean? Like, I always have one of these. There's one of these in our shed.
My nanny blows it up for me.
Yeah, exactly. Do I have to blow it up this time? I don't want to. So anyways, they get this out. And then, of course, they're messing around. And then they start making out. And she's crawling all over him. And then all the other women are like, where's Nick? Where's Corinne? And then they go and they spy on them for a bit. And let's talk about it.
So you were saying
I think
If
fair
this
ball. 100% fair ball.
You think fair ball, and if you think because of what Vanessa said when she was like, "Do you want a wife or do you want someone to fool around with?"
Right.
And
Afterwards,
I don't
Vanessa
blame
touched on
Corinne at all. These aren't the exact words she used, but she wasn't saying she was like I'm more judging.
concerned with your behavior.
And you're like,
to
if that
hers.
was a woman and a man was saying that to her,
I think we'd all be
But
we'd be flipping out quite a bit.
but here's the only thing I'm going to say about that.
Because it would be Josh.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Josh is different. But what I'm going to say about that, I think if it was the exact same circumstance and he said it the exact same way Vanessa said it, it might be different.
Well, first of all, start with
finish, because this has happened 2 times in like 24 hours or 30 where they have gone away privately and been pretty sexual in a way that people can still see them.
Yeah.
And it's one thing to go and be completely private, to go off in a room and kiss her 100%. No one can really say anything about it. But it's almost like he's flaunting this sexual... This is very rare. This doesn't happen a lot when people are very sexual in front of the other contestants.
Well, yeah, okay.
When does it ever happen that a woman has been very sexual with a man when she's the bachelorette?
Yeah.
In front of everybody 2 times in a row.
Well, you're right. That doesn't quite happen. I think it's because she's afraid of what people would say. And I
Sure,
think,
and that I as someone who would be dating someone, I understand completely how Vanessa feels.
I guess I'm looking at it more of like, yeah, you're looking at more of it from Nick's point of view, like what's wrong, what's he doing wrong, and I'm certainly looking at it. I'm more looking at it from Corinne's. I'm saying like, Corinne, that's a fair ball, 100%.
Corinne, fair ball.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
It's up to him.
It's. I'm positive. Like, I mean, maybe the producers are like, hey, you want to do this? Yeah, that's of course very, very possible. But I think she has a different mind with these things. She does want to do extra stuff. She's not content with just.
That's what she keeps saying too.
Exactly, right? She keeps telling the other girls like, this is what you have to do on The Bachelor, and she's completely right.
Oh, I agreed with Vanessa.
And then
I have
everyone's
no
mad
judgment.
at Nick for like being there and like, but like, he's into her, obviously, right? And it's a lot of sexual attention because that's how Corinne does it. That's what she knows how to do, I think.
But it should be more private.
Okay, more private. I don't know how you get more private than taking them away from the party, going to the other side of the house, and putting it inside of a castle.
You can see through the castle.
Barely. You got to be real creeps to look in there, I think.
But I mean, I'm feeling both of you guys, but I think the thing is that Nick has been on this show before.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what it's like to be a contestant, and he's got to understand more than most what the other women will be feeling, because if you're seeing, I mean, like we said, it's more than once where they've gone off and done something extraordinarily sexual together. Like, everybody's kissing, and that would be weird to see. I mean, like, as a normal human being, seeing the person you're trying to date kissing someone else. But this is like extra crazy with props.
Props are a big thing. Whipped cream and a castle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And a ripped denim shirt.
Yeah.
Weird. But anyway, but then you would be like, okay, but like, so am I just like waiting for the countdown and he's already picked this woman? Because he's definitely having more special time with her.
And it wasn't private, Andy.
But that's
They were
because
screaming.
She's making...
Oh, no. I mean,
Making
I
that
don't
They were
time.
screaming. They were trying, like, she wanted the women to see this, and you can't go woohoo and expect no one to hear you. They're still on the same. They're still at the same house.
And they're all
I'd
looking
say
for
that's
him,
more-
too. They're all looking for him so they can like, can I get a second with you?
Yeah.
That's more the fault of the makers of that bouncy castle.
Okay,
honestly,
all
because
right,
that bouncy castle is
lock it up.
very, very fun, and I don't think a person can be in a bouncy castle and not squeal with glee.
You know I'm
honestly.
right.
Can
You
we?
know I'm
Hey, you can rent those. We should rent one this summer.
Oh my
Yeah, put out
God.
For our backyard.
And we should
Well,
make
no,
out in
backyard.
it. Our backyard is far too small.
No, a little one.
A little one.
How little?
Pretty small. One time
Like-
I went to a party, keg party. $10, all you could drink, all you could bounce. $2, all you can bounce.
$2.
You just
all
wanted
you can
to bounce.
I like that. I'm just saying, with this whole thing, if you know what, this bouncy castle thing wouldn't have been a big deal, I don't think, to anybody if not everyone had just see whipped cream and her in a jacket and obviously something really sexual happening. I think that was the bigger one. That's like,
Which he felt very uncomfortable. Like, what else was he supposed to do?
no, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying the optics of it for everybody else.
Yeah, I get that.
I completely understand it.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, I agree, Corinne, you go, girl, but Nick cannot be upset with how all the women reacted.
No, and I don't
Or
think
surprised.
he is.
Or surprised. Because he
I don't think
hated
he is
when
either,
Josh...
actually.
No, but you
We'll
were
see.
saying...
We'll see what he
I'm
says,
saying
right?
more of like the man-woman thing. I've just never seen this ever on a Bachelor or Bachelorette before. When it's happened this close to each other and it's been so sexual.
I mean, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm sure there have been other very sexual moments.
Well, why don't you get the listeners to tweet at you?
Yeah,
That would be
please
great.
tweet at us.
Yeah.
Also,
Where's the precedent for this?
Nick
if,
was
if it
really
exists, tell us
sad.
about it.
Nick was really sad when Josh and Amanda would make out in front of him all the time. And he wasn't even dating Amanda anymore. He's dating all these women.
Yeah.
Imagine how that feels.
That's a little different than bringing your bouncy castle to the front of the house, away from the party.
What?
Because they were inside, they were everywhere they were going. They
There's
were
no
just like,
roof on
they were
that
lying
castle.
around the pizzas, like doing it. It's like, I just want to get a slice, man. Like, quit making out in front of the pizza station.
I don't know. I think when you have a woman like Vanessa who's so cool, you have to be careful because she'll lose trust very quickly.
Definitely.
Because she's very smart.
Yeah, I agree.
Or so she appears.
Well,
So
he's in a bit of a pickle either way, and
Yes.
it's. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, all I'm saying is that I think it's tough to handle a person like that who is that aggressive, who you do, who you might well like and maybe end up with in this situation. That has got to be a tough thing to manage.
It's got to be so tough. I just understand.
So
how
everyone,
feels.
so shitting on Nick for this stuff that the show very much encourages and promotes. I don't know.
And he is a human person.
Of
He
course.
is he's an animal like the rest of us, right? Like she is like something to see. Like I feel like if she came at me
Oh, I'd be all
as
over
a
it.
married straight woman with
yeah.
a bouncy castle in a bikini, I'd be like, I guess let's kiss.
I would get aroused if she was so after me. I'd
I
be
know.
so
I wouldn't be
taken
able
by
to
her.
resist her. I really wouldn't.
And I understand that. It's
I
not
love
that
cucumbers too.
I'm not. I think you're Andy. I think you're thinking I'm shitting on Nick. I'm
No,
not.
no.
I'm just
no, I don't think you
completely
are.
understanding how everybody feels in
Yes,
the situation.
yeah,
and
and-
I think he could be better about it because he's been on the show
Yeah,
so
he
many
could.
bloody times.
Okay. All right.
And
well,
he's fought
I
so hard
think he's
against-
being pretty good, is what I'm saying.
He's been pretty good so
I
far.
think he's being
for
pretty
sure.
good, and
For
I think
sure.
he's being a lot better than some other people would be, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Better than I would be.
Yeah, we just said, right? You'd be kissing with cucumbers everywhere. Like, it'd be great.
I'd be like, "What do you need? I'll go cut up some cucumbers. Just
You'd
keep
be
doing
her nanny.
this."
You'd become her
I'd
nanny. That's
become
the
her
next
nanny
level.
for sure.
That's all
if
Corinne
I
is in
got
this for.
like if she rubbed her privates against mine like that, trust me,
Yeah.
Nanny time.
nanny time.
I'll be there.
I'll make that cheese pasta. What is it?
What is it?
But I
you
do-
tell me what it is, and I'll make
Describe it. I'll make it.
I do. One thing I will say about Vanessa, one last thing. I do like that she called him on it instead of just going to talk about it with somebody else. She was like,
true.
"Hey, I don't like this, just so you know." And she wasn't like saying you're shit. She
No,
wasn't really
no.
mad. She was just like, "What do you want?"
it. Are you looking for someone to fuck around with, or do you want a wife? Is basically what she said.
Both.
Yeah.
Both. He wants
Right.
both.
Both.
And we all want both.
In the
Exactly.
pursuit of a wife or husband, you are allowed to fuck around with people. So
Especially on the show. That is one thing. The show is all about that.
I guess that's here we are back again. It's like that's the thing. I'm like, I think he's doing all right. I don't.
He's doing all right. I'm just understanding how they feel.
Of course.
Because you know me, I'm like, hey, this is a dating show. This is what happens. But I've just never seen it get so erotic
Yeah, that's
in
true.
front of everybody.
Corinne is
Fantasy suite. Or
Very aggressive.
one-on-ones.
Yeah, very aggressive, very sexually aggressive. She's
And not
talked
just
about-
her though. The other people are too. Like even like all
It's
the
gonna turn
kissing,
it up.
all the kissing that's happening in front of everyone already. Like the Bachelor Boys thing. That was pretty. He was all over her in front of a huge audience. I haven't even seen that before. And then Jasmine just kissing him a lot under the water. I'm just getting hot thinking about it.
Sarah, you also do this weird creepy thing where when people kiss on TV, you like make the kissing motion with your mouth. Can you tell us about that a bit before we go here?
It's happened ever since I was younger. The first time I
This is
remember it
100%
happening
real.
was with She's All That, Freddie Prinze Jr. and
Rachel Lee Cook.
Richard Lee Cook. And I just, if I see someone kissing on the TV, I thought everyone did.
No way.
No.
It's like just, I don't know how to do it with, maybe I'll do a little boomerang tweet for you guys, but it's just like, I just start moving my lips as if I was kissing someone, and I can't help it. I don't Andy's caught me a couple times.
I saw it.
Yeah, and I don't, and I'll catch myself and be like, oh, I just did it. Did anyone see it? And I don't know. I get really into it and imagine I'm kissing them.
I feel like I hold my breath when I see people. Breath.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Cool.
you just hold your breasts when you see people
No,
kiss.
I think I hold my breath when
At weddings, you're just holding your boobs at the end of the
'cause I
ceremony.
feel like I'm like a bit embarrassed.
Oh yeah, I get so. I'm like back to when I was a little kid. Because when you're younger and you see people kiss, you're like,
Can't even believe
ooh. And I get right back there. And I hate when I noticed it a lot last night.
There was a lot of kissing.
There was a lot of kissing, but I was also at your house.
eating pickles.
Eating pickles. But I was at your house, so I wasn't even like in the comfort of my own home. And so you notice when you do stuff like that. Anyways, kissing in the air on my part because there was a lot of everyone's kisses were so sexual. He's I think a better kisser than we thought.
They're a bunch of beautiful people, and
This is I was thinking that too. What a gorgeous group of people. Hey, Andy?
Oh yeah, it's a fine crop this year. Definitely. As we're starting to wrap things up here, that's actually mentioned by our friend Meredith, who sent us an email. So thanks for that, Meredith. She also mentions that it's a crazy season, and yeah, it's.
Is it a nice email? Is
Oh,
it
very
all
nice.
Great.
It's lovely. Yeah.
I always, whenever we get an email, I'm like, because we've gotten messages before that say I'm too dirty.
Well, that
so
was
whatever,
from one loser who couldn't handle
And
the
Andy,
show.
I didn't get a chance. I hadn't even seen it yet, and Andy wrote back to him. He was so good.
Yeah. I told the guy basically to fuck off.
Yeah, because
but-
I'm allowed to say
Not
the
quite
word.
as mean as
Sorry,
that,
I'm
but
gonna
I
say it. I'm allowed to say the word
explained-
pussy if I want.
Yeah, I explained to him why we're gonna let Sarah do whatever she wants to do because she's funny. And like a full grown woman.
And I'm a grown.
An adult.
I might
Yeah.
not look it, and I might not always act it, but I am actually a grown up.
Yeah, you have a nanny. You know, she makes
No,
you
I don't.
cucumbers in your bed.
I gotta
for
say,
you.
sometimes Andy's my.
I'm a
nanny.
bit of your nanny, a little bit. I do make you meals.
But
Here
I
we
clean.
go.
You
I
do.
clean.
You do all the cleaning.
I do all the cleaning. We have a good.
I guess I'm more of your chef. That's not a
You're my
nanny.
chef. Oh, 100% you're my chef, and I'm your maid, and it's great.
Yeah, it's great. But that is a marriage, everyone. Basically,
Hopefully.
people split the work up. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
and it's yeah. Or maybe one's a nanny. I don't know. Okay. Any gossip for the gossip corner this week? There is some gossip out there. I have. Maybe
Okay.
maybe it's Andy's.
Okay,
gossip
I'll
corner
sing
this
for
week.
you, okay?
Okay, you got to sing Andy's gossip corner.
It's Andy's gossip corner today.
Okay. I was hoping for more of a upbeat.
Okay, I'll try again.
Maybe something like a little more energetic.
Okay.
Like-
Andy's back. All right.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, I'll take it.
Okay.
It's actually another song,
Okay,
though.
I'll do it again.
So you're gonna say,
Andy's
Maggie?
gossip corner. All right,
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Andy's gossip corner. All right.
Yeah, I'll take it. It sounds like a commercial for a mattress store, but okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'll try again. I'll try again.
No. We're good.
Andy's
things-
gossip corner.
Two things. We're going pretty long on time here.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Nice.
So
Thanks for me to listen to. I got a long ride to work.
Great.
And a long ride back.
two
Andy's
things.
gossip corner.
You guys done?
Yeah.
Okay, two things on the gossip corner for real. One thing I saw is that Nick. It was in like a tabloid magazine. Nick has already got someone pregnant.
I
Apparently,
saw that too at the supermarket.
But we have it on better authority via Reddit, via our boy Reality Steve, who is usually quite a
All
very
the
good.
spoilers are on Reality Steve.
Exactly.
Don't go on there then.
And I didn't go on
okay.
Reality Steve. I just
They'll
saw that.
usually say when there's a spoiler.
Yeah.
Too, so you can bypass them.
And the other like more reputable magazines and stuff say it's 100% false.
No, it's all lies. They say Kim Kardashian's pregnant every day.
But it was in like Life and Style or some
It's a
some
rag.
magazine like
Yeah,
that.
they'll
Some dirty
basically
old rag.
say when you're not
Yeah,
pregnant,
just like a dirty old rag I found on the street that said Nick got someone pregnant.
they'll
I don't know why I believed it actually.
if you're not
this written
pregnant,
on an old
they'll say you're
sheet?
pregnant, and if you are pregnant, they'll say you lost the baby. That is their news, and that's it.
They're all garbage people. But other real gossip is that the twins are getting their own spin-off.
Oh,
Yes,
they
I did
are?
know that.
What?
Yes.
What?
On the same channel that the Ben and Lauren thing was on. So,
Freeform, it's called.
Yeah.
And I mean, we heard
The
this.
channel's called Freeform or their show?
No, the channel's called
Freeform, it's whatever we're doing, whatever we want.
This is from our friend Meredith, who tells us that it's on Freeform. So actually,
But
we probably could have looked
I
that
already
up.
knew
But
that.
yeah, we did already know this,
I
but
already knew that.
Meredith gives us that.
So I did know about this gossip, and I
detail.
just didn't think to say it, and Andy said it.
But are you guys gonna watch it?
No, it's,
Are we gonna
No.
watch it? We didn't really
we
watch
tried
Ben
to watch
and
Ben and Lawrence, but
and
it was
Lauren.
too brutal.
Yeah, well, I watched one episode. It sucked.
It
Yeah.
sucks.
It's so bad.
You know what's very good though? Project Runway Junior.
Oh, it's great. It's so sad when people have to get kicked off because they're children, but
Yeah.
it's great.
But they're teens.
They're teens, but you still, some of them are so
That's
small.
life.
That's life.
Little Akai. Oh man.
Oh,
No, come on, don't do spoilers.
Sorry guys.
Ippy.
No, he's just a little guy. That's what I mean. Like he's just little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, we just made it a spoiler.
Okay.
But
I
yeah,
actually did
that
forget
was
that he
a
got
great
kicked
week.
off. I was just saying that for him, but then I'm like,
Alright.
oh wait, he got kicked off.
Next week we see what were the things for next week?
Right? Yeah, I don't really remember
Oh,
actually.
Corinne and someone get in a fight.
Oh, Corinne and Taylor getting their big fight. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great,
and
can't wait.
I feel like we are seeing a lot of the clips of Kareen that were in that first preview now, so she might be
She
off.
might,
But
yeah,
I feel
I
like
doubt it, though.
he wants to see what it's like in that fantasy suite with her 100%. She's there till
I'd keep her.
I'd keep
I'm
her for
keeping her
sure.
around till fantasy
I'd keep
suite
her
for
for sure.
He's already like, one thing I will say, what I love about her, this part, is that no bachelor has ever seen this much of a woman's body before the fantasy suite.
For sure.
Or
no.
man. I love
agree.
it.
Yeah.
I want to see it now. I bet she will do Playboy, I bet.
Yeah.
But what about her multi-million-dollar company?
She
Yeah,
doesn't have one.
The one that her dad handed to her. Like,
It's like a driveway company
That
where
she
they
works
make
out on her
driveways.
porch?
Yeah, she works in a porch and she has a nanny. I doubt she runs the company. She can't make cut up cucumber, but she
she
runs.
doesn't know how to make cheese pasta, but she knows how to run a driveway company. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Okay.
She's a model. She's a wannabe model. I saw pictures of her and her sister.
Yeah, truly, everyone in this show is here for the wrong reasons. They're all
Well,
here
why
to further
else
their
would you
acting
do
career.
it? I can't.
Yep.
I'm always surprised they can find this many women
Yeah.
year after year that are
Thank God
willing
they
to
can.
like ruin their lives.
But they don't now.
They don't
That's
ruin
the
their
thing.
lives. It would ruin
used
my
to.
life.
It used to
I
ruin.
feel.
But you would just become an Instagram star and sell stuff through your Instagram account. That's what they all do.
Then you just it ends up just being a nice bit of money. I'll say this: we do have a message also from Glenn and Liv.
Yeah.
And we're gonna play it for you now. Here it is.
Hey, what's up, Bachelor Pod fans? It's Liv and Glenn on the scene in Mexico.
Hi, hola.
We're actually pretty close to where Bachelor in Paradise is filmed, so technically we're doing research.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So far, so good. We're safe and sound. Despite the politics that are happening in the United States, we don't feel walled in per se.
No, we're feeling the love, having some drinks, having some sun.
Yeah, what else? Do we have anything to say about anything or anyone here we've seen? Any characters?
Well, we did see a bridezilla on our way in, so...
That's of note.
Yeah.
We can't get into too many specifics, but she complained about the bus that jettisoned us for free from the airport to the hotel. She arranged things on a buffet table that generally considered communal.
And just generally had a sourpuss the entire time.
Kind of an air about her that anyone out there in Bachelor Nation knows about. We know Love pretty good, and we felt soured by her love.
Yeah, I don't think it's true love for her.
Yeah, but it's true love for us. We're having a great time so far. We miss Andy and Sarah dearly. We missed this week's episode.
Yeah,
so,
no spoilers. We don't know what happened.
But you know what that means? It means when we come back on Monday, we're going to have 2 fucking Eps straight up.
Oh,
right?
baby.
We're going to mainline that into our veins, so we're looking forward to that. The food's been all right.
We're about to have some steak. Very excited.
Yeah, we're going to experience one of the a la carte restaurants here. We're close to Playa del Carmen, for anyone interested.
Might go to Coco Bongo in a few days. Who knows?
Yeah, Coco Bongo. All right, we'll see. We're not planning any excursions. We're going to keep it pretty light, pretty safe here. But we miss all you guys. We miss The Bachelor. We miss Andy and Sarah. And we miss Canada, baby.
Yeah, much love to everybody.
Much love. I mean, it's beautiful here. It's been upwards of 28, 29 degrees in the 2 days we've been here.
Nothing but sunshine.
Our room has 0 must, which is a big difference from the last resort we were at.
Yep.
Very musty room in the last resort, but it's
We're laughing.
relatively must-free. Same sort of flora and fauna, same sort of, I'd call them Mexican raccoons, I suppose.
They're called Cody's.
They kind of look like lemurs, so it's a little exotic for the people here, but little they know they're practically raccoons.
Yeah, and I also got bit by a weird insect earlier, but I feel okay, so that's good.
Kudos to Liv for not freaking out during that bite.
Yeah, I think I handled it pretty well.
We had been drinking all day, so maybe that was a factor. I'm not sure.
Probably. We're drinking right now, so everything's good.
Yeah, we're all good. We're all loose. So we'll see you guys when we get back. And we love you.
Bye.
Bye.
We
And-
love you too.
We love you too. That's your.
So glad your room's not musty, guys.
Thank you. I'll edit that together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. That's the Glenn and Liv recap for you guys, and I think that's it for this
We
episode.
got really into this episode. It was
We
a hot
did.
episode. I know it was a little bit of a long one. That like the Bachelor pod was a bit
Everyone
long.
like that.
But yeah, you just
I
can't-
always like it. If I see it's an hour and a half, I'm like, yes.
We're not quite there yet, but that's
Well,
Well,
it's
we're
not
close.
over yet. Maybe there will be a special visitor because it is my first time you know, at the podcast, and I'm a big fan.
Oh, the door just opened and Andy left.
Gotta go, guys.
I came back and then left again.
Yeah.
Oh, and who's this?
Oh, muffins. This is Maggie.
That's me, MM Muffins.
Muffins, sorry. This is Maggie. Maggie and Muffins.
Oh, you the nanny I've heard so much about.
Oh, I guess not really.
Oh, I've been hearing a lot of talk about
right,
a nanny.
Oh, right, from the show.
Yeah,
that's
so-
Corinne's nanny.
But this is not her. This is a different person.
Yeah.
Yeah, this nanny, though, on the show seems to be a very good nanny. I mean,
Maybe we could ask Emma Muffins, do you know how to make cheese pasta?
Of course I do.
oh, what do you do?
I've made cheese pasta my whole life. I have.
And what do you use for that?
Oh, you've got...
Probably cheese and pasta. I mean, what else would you use?
Well, obviously, you've got to get your pasta in there.
Yeah.
You've got to boil it up.
Yeah.
Make sure it's nice and soft, al dente, they call it.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
And then you break out the jars of marmalade. That's where you spoon on liberally your marmalade and mix it round. Get it on all the pieces. Make sure it sticks to your pasta. Then you serve it up cold. Ice cold.
You didn't even put any cheese on that.
Cheese pasta. The MM Muffins way.
Oh,
That's what I like about that.
Emma Muffins, I gotta tell you, I don't usually say this, but you are covered in marmalade. Is everything?
Well, it's winter time, innit? It's cold outside, that. You've got to have your marmalade all spread out all over your clothes to keep the heat in, darling.
But could you just like do up your shirt? 'Cause you're revealing a lot.
Well, now I'm inside. It's quite hot in here. I've got to undo it a bit. It's just us girls, innit?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. So I have a question. What did you think about how everyone reacted to Corinne and Nick?
Oh, I just love the reactions, you know. Everyone having a spoon of mom and sitting around talking. Shooting the breeze, sort of.
I have a question. Have you ever had a charge that old? Have you ever looked after in your nanny?
Oh, I've looked after all sorts of people, I have.
Yeah.
I've looked after young and old alike.
Yeah.
What's the oldest?
Oh, the oldest I've ever looked after was probably about, I'd say a 67-year-old woman.
Okay. Was that just yourself?
Oh, that's me! Muffins! I told you I fed her a little extra, Mom. I tell you that. I've got to go now.
Oh,
Eat
wow.
your marmalade.
Oh, she's
What
always.
a treat for me. What a treat for
You
me.
love.
That was
not
best.
everyone. Oh, Andy, you missed her, but
Sorry.
Emma Muffins was here.
Oh my God! I just had to go quickly and buy some new bike tires.
Yeah.
Oh my
For
God,
the
you
winter.
really missed out. She had her shirt
Wide
very
open.
open.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
inappropriate. I'm
She
glad I
was,
wasn't here for
you know
that.
what? Actually, she was dressed a lot like
A
Corinne,
lot.
except for not whipped cream, marm.
Marm
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
Marm on the
She
tits.
thinks it's very sexy to lick
And-
marm off the tip.
She smelled gross.
No,
Oh.
nice.
We baked it. She is a mess of a woman, that Emma Muffin.
Well, I mean, you know what? Gross to one person is nice to another person,
That's true.
right? Like
Yeah.
spread
True.
marmalade all over a person's body might smell bad to one and good to another.
Yeah, and you're a huge fan in general when you
Yeah.
do hear Emma Muffins come on.
What a treat.
What a treat. And she hasn't been
Dream
here
come
yet.
true, bucket list stuff.
Bucket list stuff. I do love her, though.
We all do, of course. And
like
every
a-
family she's ever nannied for probably feels the same way.
Of course.
Her house has probably got so many dusty spots
Oh.
from where she touched the marm and it dried and
Yeah.
dust got to it.
But she cleans it. But
Oh.
she cleans it using marmalade.
Yeah.
That's her
Yeah,
solvent.
that's
She's a
That's
bit
her.
of, you know how slugs have that like trail behind them? Hers is all marm.
Yeah, she's got a real marm trail.
Yeah.
Are you
okay.
cough?
That really
no,
is.
I just laughed too much. And
That really is the end of the episode
Yes,
now.
it is really the end. That was really great, guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
And if you want to hit up Patreon, do it.
go for it. Patreon.
if you want to slide a loony under the door, hit me up, DM me on something, and I'll tell you our address.
Well,
very
maybe
specifically.
Can if our listeners want to follow you on Twitter or whatever, can
I
they do
mean,
that?
I wouldn't recommend it.
I
I
think-
definitely
I
don't
would.
tweet. I definitely don't.
But when you do, it's very funny.
I really don't
Is it
tweet.
the
I
same
don't
as your
even know
Instagram?
what it is.
Yes, you do.
What's
No,
your
I
Instagram
don't.
then? You have good Instagram.
You have a good Instagram.
My Instagram is private.
Okay, well, there you go.
Well, then don't follow her.
Just leave me be.
What's Pat's? Follow her husband. What's
leave
Pat's
me be.
Twitter?
Leave me be. If you know me, I guess you
We don't
can.
need to tell him Pat's Twitter. That's not relevant at all, really.
Okay, then I'll just tell you mine.
Yeah.
It's the @, the word the, THE, my name, SARAHHILLIER. That's @.
Wait, the words
Sarah
my
Hilliard.
name?
No, let's do that again. It's the @ THESARAHHILLIER. You think there maybe just be one H in the middle, but there are
that's
two.
good. That's
because
good. That's
Sarah
good. Thank
does
you very
have an
much.
H
That's
at the
fine.
end.
I'm at Andy Holbone. Glenn and Liv aren't here right now, but they're at Glenn Macaulay, 2 N's Macaulay like Culkin, and at Olivia Macaulay.
And Bella is Bella Cat Meow. And I love when anybody includes her in tweets. She does look at them. She just doesn't tweet a lot because she doesn't have
She has
regular
paws.
fingers.
She can't touch the screen like the rest of us.
I found out what my Twitter is.
Okay,
Oh, what's
great.
your Twitter? Okay.
M-A... It's MAGGIEBALONEY.
Maggie Maloney. Yes, you spelled it like Sarah does. Very good.
Baloney.
Yes.
B.
Baloney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name isn't Baloney.
No, it's
but
not.
because you're a teacher, you gotta have different stuff up.
Follow us on Twitter at The Bachelor Pod and go to our website for everything else. It's thebachelorpod.ca. And again, our Patreon, patreon.com/thebachelorpod if you'd like to help support us.
Or
but
even
listening
just
is great.
listen.
Thank you very much for listening, you guys. We'll see you guys next week.
And
Bye.
Gossip Corner.
That's not how you spell baloney anyway.